Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Fawaz bin Farhan. My metric number is S70819. So today I will show how to answer all the questions for the problem 4.5 using Microsoft Access. For the individual assignment, ACT 3513 Accounting Information System. Okay, first we need to click the blank database and we need to save the database. Click create. After save the database, we need to insert the data from the question, which is customer. After that, create the new table. Now we will create the table for inventory. Save it and create another new table. We have to save it as sales. And the last one, we need to save it as sales inventory. And then for the customer, we need to set the information. Click design view and the field name customer ID, and the data type we need to set as short text. The second one is customer name. Set it as short text also. And the third one is city. Short text also. And for the state, we need to set it as short text. And the last one, credit limit, we need to set this as currency. After that, we go to the inventory. Click design view. For the first field, we need to insert item ID. Description. Standard cost. List price. And the last one is quantity on hand. So for the standard cost, we need to set it as currency and also list price. And for the quantity on hand, we need to set it as number. And for item ID, we need to change it to short text. Now we go to the sales. Click design view. For the first field, we need to insert invoice. The second one is sale date. After that, salesperson. Next field is customer ID. And the last one is amount. For the invoice, we need to add a short text. Sale date, set it as date and time. And for the amount, we need to set as a currency. For the sales inventory, click design view also. So for the first field, we need to insert invoice. The second one, item ID. Quantity and sale price. So for the quantity, for the sale price, we need to set it as currency, and the quantity we need to set as number. After we done insert all the information, we have to insert and key in the data from the question. after key in the data, we need to create the relationship, database tools, add tables, and double click all the 4 tables, which is customer, inventory, sales, and sales inventory. And here the relationship, and save it. Question A, for which items are there at least 100 units in quantity on hand? Click query design, add inventory table, double click on item ID, description, and quantity on hand. For the criteria for quantity on hand, more than equals to 100, and run it. So this will be the answer for question A. Save it. For question B, what were the item numbers, price, and quantity of each item sold on invoice number 103? Click query design. Click the inventory table and sales inventory table. Double click on invoice, item ID, sales price, quantity, and for the criteria for invoice, type 103 and run it. So this will be the answer for question B. And we need to save it. For question C, which customer made purchases from Martinez? Provide customer name and salesperson. Show customer names only once, even if they purchase from Martinez multiple times. Click query design and add tables, customer and sales. Click salesperson, customer name, and for the criteria for salesperson, insert Martinez, and for the customer name, click properties, choose unique values and set to yes, and then run it. So this will be the answer for question C, and save it. For question D, list invoice, sale date, salesperson, customer name, and amount for invoices whose amount is more than $1,500. Sort the amount from largest to smallest. Click query design. Add tables for customer and sales. Now double click on invoice, sale date, salesperson, customer name, and amount. After that, go to the amount, fill the criteria more than 1,500, and for the sort, set it as descending and run it. So this will be the answer for question D, and save it. For the question E, this invoice item ID description, sell price, relief price, quantity, and compute the extension sell price times quantity for all items sold where the sale price is different the list price, sort by item ID and descending order. Click query design, click tables, double click on sales inventory and inventory. Choose invoice, item ID, description, sell price, and list price. And lastly is quantity. Now go to the blank field, type sales price times quantity. And then go to the criteria at sell price, less than, more than, and double bracket, list price, close the double bracket, set the sort as descending at item ID and run it. So this will be the answer for question E. For question F, compute the profit margin for each item sold. Calculate the profit margin as sale price minus standard cost divided sale price. List invoice, sale date, item ID, sale price, quantity, and computed profit margin. Sort by profit margin in descending order. So choose inventory, sales, and sales inventory. Double click on invoice, sale date, item ID, sale price, and quantity. After that, go to the blank field, put bracket and type sale price minus standard cost. And divide by sale price. And for the sort, set it as descending and run it. So this will be the answer for question F. Save it. For question G, compute the profit for each line for the invoices. Calculate the profit as sale price minus standard cost times quantity. List invoice, sale date, item ID, sale price, quantity, and compute profit. Sort by invoice in ascending, then profit in descending order. So now, click query design and add tables for inventory and sales inventory. Double click invoice, sale date, item ID, sale price, and quantity. Now go to the blank field, put bracket, and type sale price minus standard cost times quantity. And then for the sort, set it as descending. And go to the invoice, set it as ascending, run it. So this will be the answer for question G. Save it. For question H, how many sales transactions were made in October? Name your output column, number of sales. Click create, query design, add sales tables, and type in the blank field number of sales, column, count, bracket, asterisk, and close the bracket. And go to the second blank field, type months, bracket, sale date. Close the bracket. And the criteria equals to 10. And undo the right and run it. So this will be the answer for question H. And save it. For question I, how many customers live in Arizona? List the state and count of customers. So now click create, query design, choose the customer tables, and double click the state. In the blank field, type count of customers, colon customer ID. And then click the totals. And change group by to count. For the criteria for state, click Arizona and run it. So this will be the answer for question I. Save it. For question J, how many customers live in each state? List the state and count of customers. Sort the list alphabetically by state. So create and click query design. Choose the customer tables. Double click the state. And the blank field, type count of customers. Colon customer ID. Click totals and change group by to count. And the sort of state, choose ascending and click run. And this is the answer for question J. Save it. For question K, how much did each salesperson sell based on sales amount, list salesperson and total amount? Sort from largest total amount to smallest. So click create and query design. Choose sales tables. Click salesperson and the blank field, type total amount, colon, amount. And click totals. And group by, change to sum. And the sort, click descending. And run it. So this is the answer required for question K. Save it. For question L, how many units of each item was sold? List item ID, description and total sold. Sort on total sold in ascending order. Click query design. Choose inventory and sales inventory tables. Click item ID, description and quantity. Change quantity to total sold, colon, quantity. Click totals. And at the total, change group by to sum. And the sort set to ascending. Click run. So this is the answer required for question L. Save it.